Well, hello and welcome back. It's Stefanie here, and for today's whispering adventure, I'm going to remind you of your worth and your value exactly as you are. Feel free to grab what you need to allow me to whisper gently in your ear. Grab your earbuds and whatever else you so choose to be doing as you carry me with you. As a beautiful fucking human, we tend to be conditioned out of seeing our worth and value. Not intentionally by the people around us that care for us and raise us, but it does happen. And we forget that we are not bad and that we don't need to be ashamed of who we are. That we might have patterns and conditioning that we are working on or wanting to change, right? And you are still worthy and valuable regardless of any pattern or habit you're trying to change. So keep that in mind as we're navigating this whispering adventure today, that you are human and there's no such thing as being a perfect human. You can be actively growing and learning and expanding and be valuable exactly as you are. I know that sometimes we avoid seeing ourselves as worthy and valuable because there's this notion that in order to become worthy and valuable, we must change ourselves or fix ourselves. My friend, oh my dear sweet human, there's nothing you need to fix about you at the core of you. You at the core of you are worthy and valuable of existing and being present with you, no matter your personal pathway or journey in this life. And in order to grow and expand in ways that are long-lasting, shaming ourselves and fixing ourselves is never the pathway there. It can become a very wicked cycle where we try to beat ourselves into becoming what we think we should be. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's always backfired. It's always been something that hasn't been maintainable because the desire to change wasn't actually based on my value. It was based on not being good enough. And those changes never really stuck. I invite you to settle in a little bit more deeply into you, into the you beyond the idea of you, beyond the notion of needing to fix or change yourself in any way. And let's just breathe. Your worth and value can never be taken away from you. The idea of yourself can create the illusion that you do not have worth and value. But what I need you to understand is that it's simply an idea of you and not you. That idea may be based on experience and conditioning, and we can stay there and cycle over and over and over again. But I invite you to dive down deeper into the essence of your I am, that is whole, that is valuable and worthy. You are enough as you are. And you get to learn and grow and expand from that place of being enough as you are. Because you want to grow and expand, not because you need to fix yourself. For me, I choose to grow and expand from a place of wholeness, connected firmly to my worth and value. And I invite you to do that with me. The idea of you will get in the way and tell you that you need to be fixed because of choices or mistakes or whatever your personal narrative is. But that is the idea of you. And if your mind is wanting to reject your worth and value as you are, just remember that that might mean you're stuck in the idea of you and not down deep into your wholeness. Because when we try to fix ourselves from the space of a shame-based identity, we can't ever escape the shame. It becomes a pattern that loops in on itself. And we don't even see that that's what is happening. Because no matter what we do, my friend, when we try to create change from shame, we will always find a new way to shame ourselves for our existence and our humanness. I did that for way too long. And it's not a good fucking experience. It's one that we can continue for our entire lifetime if we so chose. To stay blind to the shame-based identity that wants to fix itself and find wholeness. But you don't find wholeness. You don't find your worth and value. You already are whole. You already are valuable because you exist. And when you decide to grow and expand from that place of wholeness, there is a magical element of that experience that words fail to really express. Because when we decide to grow and expand from a place of being connected to our wholeness, we show up for ourselves differently. We can have a deep sense of compassion and support and nurturing that isn't accessible from a shame-based identity of being broken. you're human. You are a beautiful fucking human being. Not perfect. Not perfect. Nor do you ever have to be. It's not realistic. I choose to move from a space of wholeness. Because no one else can do that for me but me. And it does take practice. And it is worth all the practice. It is 1,000% worth all the practice of connecting to your worth, your value, your wholeness, and moving from that space. Because everything else is simply an idea of you and not actually you. Hopefully today's whispering adventure finds you well, and these whispering words are able to give you a loving nudge of support to drop down out of the shame-based idea of you and into more connection with your wholeness, with your worth, and with your value. I hope you have a beautiful fucking day, and I will whisper at you next time. Bye.